saying J. Harold Smith is making all these stories. I'll show you another preacher who talks about God killing people for refusing to get saved.
Shall suddenly be destroyed. He that being often reproved, hardness his neck, shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. On the 22nd night of December, years since, in the city of Detroit, Michigan, a woman sat beside a young woman, I'll never forget it, on the fourth row of benches from the front. The Christian woman, I presume, was on the edge, and the young lady by her. Directly we stood and began to sing. I noticed that the woman put her hand on the young lady's shoulder, and that it made, and she said something, and it made the young lady extremely angry. And I couldn't help it. Until I get to the judgment, I'm going to keep on believing that I was under orders. And I had to go down, oh, it's a big old high pulpit, big old tabernacle outfit, and everybody took out, you know, and watched me, but I couldn't help it. While they sang, I went down those winding stairs. Yeah! I said, Lord, I ain't got to say all I have to say. But I walked on. And I didn't have anything to say, but I had to go. Went down, started walking. I said, Lord, you'll have to tell me what to say. You wouldn't say a word. And when I got there, I looked up. You needn't tell me there's no hell. I saw it. I never got to say a word. The young lady beat me to it. She said, for her sake, leave now. I said, as you wish. That's all I said. Of course, I had to keep my mouth shut. If you invoke deity, and say in the name of him who spoke, and the stars became, who keeps the universe from smashing to pieces every second of the day. If you invoke his name, say, for Christ's sake, leave me alone. Here's one preacher that'll start running. And I did. On the first day of January, that's the 22nd of December, I remember, she and her fiancé were in her coupe, little coupe, you remember. They're driving through the traffic of Detroit, Michigan, to have New Year's lunch. And they had what the Detroit Free Press published the next day, an accident. That little coupe and the big old big car ran head on. There were 8 people, as I remember, in the big car. Not a one of them was hurt. Her young man fiancé was not hurt. She was instantly killed. The papers talked about meeting a death accidentally, but she didn't. I know exactly what happened to her. One time my Lord got his disciples and paired them up 2 by 2. Said, skedaddle, take this message. Take it! And he said, don't stop to explain much, just take it. You'll fall in, go through the cities. Come! The British are coming, judgment's coming. Take it. And then he gave him this precious promise, he that heareth you. How's a man going to hear from God now? Faith cometh by hearing, hearing by the word.
In other words, I know you couldn't understand his screaming, but he went down in his church service to some woman and tried to get her to get saved. She invoked the name of God. She said for God to leave her alone. And she died in a car accident that night. She was the only one out of all those people in that car accident that died. Everybody else was not even scratched. So, can you find a story of somebody who refused to become a Mormon that was killed in such a way You can't, because God is real and God kills people. Here's some more stories.
Word of God, your pastor says, keep on your life or go to hell. One or the other. That's it. You'll have to hear from some lip of clay. Yes, me, brother. Spit on your hand, tell the devil to go back to hell. Came from, I apologize to no man when you hear me.